everything is fine. That's the strange part. Nothing is catastrophically wrong. You're not in crisis. You're not losing everything. But something is off. A kind of flatness that sits underneath the normal routine of your days. You wake up, you go through the motions, you do what needs to be done. And somewhere in the middle of an ordinary afternoon, it hits you. Is this it? And the question scares you, not because you don't have an answer, but because part of you suspects the answer might be yes. This feeling has a name. It's not depression. It's not burnout. It's not ingratitude. It's emptiness. And it is one of the most common and least talked about experiences of modern life. Because nobody warns you about it. They warn you about the hard times, the failures, the losses. But nobody tells you that you can build a life that looks completely functional from the outside and still feel hollow on the inside. And that the hollow feeling is not a sign that something went wrong. It's a sign that something important is being ignored. The first thing worth understanding is that emptiness is not an absence of things. Most people try to solve it by adding more plans, more goals, more stimulation, more noise, another series to watch, another trip to plan, another project to start. And it works. For a while. The new thing fills the space temporarily. You feel the anticipation, the momentum, the brief sense that things are moving. And then it settles, and the flatness comes back. Quieter this time, more patient, like it was never really gone. Because it wasn't. You just gave it something to hide behind. Emptiness is not solved by addition. It's solved by honesty. And the honest question is this: what are you actually living for right now? Not what you're supposed to be living for. Not the answer that sounds good. What is the thing that, when you move toward it, makes you feel like yourself? A lot of people don't have an answer to that. And that's not a failure. That's the problem worth solving. Because a life organized around things that don't matter to you, even if they matter to everyone around you, is a life that will always feel borrowed. Like you're living inside someone else's script, going through the right motions for the wrong reasons.
There is a particular kind of emptiness that comes from achievement. You worked toward something for months, maybe years. You wanted it badly. It meant something. And then you got it. And you waited for the feeling. And it came for about 2 days. And then it was gone. And you were already looking for the next thing. Slightly confused, slightly disappointed, not quite sure what you expected, but certain that this wasn't it. This is one of the least discussed traps in the way we're taught to live. The idea that the destination will feel the way the journey promised, that arrival equals satisfaction, that once you have the thing, the feeling will follow. But the mind doesn't work that way. It adapts. Instantly. Whatever you reach becomes the new baseline, and the goalposts move. Every time. Without your permission. This doesn't mean goals are worthless. It means that a life built only around outcomes is a life that keeps promising satisfaction and keeps delivering restlessness. The thing that actually fills the emptiness is not the result. It's the quality of your attention while you're doing the work. Whether you are present, connected, actually here, not mentally somewhere else. performing your life while waiting for the real one to begin.
And that is where most of the emptiness lives, in the gap between where you are and where your mind is. You are at the dinner table, but you are somewhere else. You are in the conversation, but you are not really listening. You are in your own life, but you are not really inhabiting it. You are consuming it from a distance, scrolling through it, documenting it, planning the next version of it. And the actual texture of your days, the small moments, the ordinary beauty of things that are already here, passes by without landing. And you wonder why nothing feels like enough. It's because you're never quite there to receive it. There's another layer to this. Some of the emptiness is not about presence. It's about avoidance. There are things inside you that you have not looked at in a long time. Questions you keep busy enough to avoid. Grief you never finished processing. Anger you converted into productivity. Loneliness you filled with noise. The busyness is not accidental. It is structural, built to keep you moving fast enough that certain things can't catch up. But they're still there, waiting. And the emptiness you feel is sometimes just the weight of everything unresolved, sitting quietly beneath the surface. Not asking to destroy you, just asking to be acknowledged. So what do you actually do? You slow down enough to feel it, which sounds simple, which is not simple at all. Because the discomfort of sitting with emptiness is exactly the thing the busyness was designed to prevent. But if you don't sit with it, you can't understand it. And if you can't understand it, you can't change it. You just keep cycling through the same restlessness, wearing different clothes. Ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. Not all of them at once, just one. What is the thing in my life that I do because I genuinely want to, not because I should? If you can't answer that quickly, that is useful information. It means a significant portion of your energy is going toward things you feel obligated to do, and very little toward things that feel like yours. And that imbalance, sustained over time, creates exactly the kind of emptiness you're trying to name.
The path back is not dramatic. It's not a sabbatical. It's not burning everything down and starting over. It's smaller than that. It's one honest conversation with yourself about what you actually value versus what you've been performing. It's one small thing added back that you used to do before life got too organized to leave room for it. It's the decision to be where you are instead of where you think you should be going. Not every day, but more days than not. The emptiness is not a flaw in your character. It's a message. And the message is not that your life is wrong. It's that part of you is waiting to be included in it. The real part. Not the one that performs. Not the one that manages. The one underneath all of that. The one that already knows exactly what it needs and has been waiting, quietly, for you to stop long enough to listen. Tell me in the comments, when was the last time you did something just because it made you feel alive? No goal attached, no outcome to justify it, just because it was yours. I read every single one. And if this resonated, the next video goes even deeper into why the mind keeps working against you, even when you want to change. It's right here. Go watch it now.